Before Thanksgiving became a simple story about friendly pilgrims and smiling natives, there were the original peoples of this land. The Wampanoag, the caretakers of the northeast woodlands. And they were part of a much larger global family of indigenous nations who lived in harmony with the land long before borders or colonization existed. Native peoples across North and South America, Aboriginal nations of Australia, the Maori of Anatolia, the Sami of Europe, the San and Maasai of Africa, the Ainu of Japan, and many more. Their way of life wasn't about conquering the earth. It was about listening to it. They grew crops in partnership with the soil, hunted with respect, used every part of what they took, followed the cycles of the seasons, and passed down deep knowledge about plants, animals, stars, water, and healing. The Wampanoag, like many indigenous peoples, planted the three sisters corn, beans, and squash together, each supporting the other in a perfect balance. This wasn't just farming, it was a way of understanding life itself. But the story most of us learned erased this complexity. We were told lie number one: the pilgrims and natives plant their first Thanksgiving. No, the truth was the Wampanoag arrived because they heard gunfire expecting conflict. The shared meal wasn't an invitation, a tradition, or a peace ceremony. Lie number two: that moment created lasting harmony. Nah, the truth was, within decades came land seizures, diseases, forced laws, and eventually King Philip's War, one of the deadliest early American conflicts where many Native people were killed or enslaved. Lie number three: Thanksgiving started in 1621. Nah, bullshit. Truth, their modern holiday, was created in 1863 by Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. The soft, friendly pilgrim story was added later to make the nation feel united, not to share historical accuracy. And here's the part we don't often sit with: the truth was never lost, it was hidden in plain sight. Millions of native peoples where histories and entities and identities, y'all, colonizers tried to erase are still here today, scattered across towns, cities, and lands, living, surviving, and thriving. Just look around. What better way to hide something than to place it in plain sight, knowing you can't erase everyone? Their presence is quiet but undeniable, woven into the very fabric of the continents. And their knowledge still flows in rivers, forests, crops, and communities. And now something big is happening. People are waking up, researching for themselves, listen to indigenous voices rather than stereotypes. Noticing the cracks in old systems built on one-sided stories. Call it awareness. You can call it rising frequency. Call it conscious realigning. Shift towards truth, towards accountability, towards reconnecting with land and community in ways our ancestors understood naturally. The awakening isn't about hate or blame. It's about balance, restoring what was covered, forgotten, or rewritten. It's about recognizing the real history of native nations like the Wampanoag, honoring the global indigenous wisdom that survived against all odds, and understanding that the full story of Thanksgiving is deeper, way deeper, more spiritual, and more powerful than the version of his story told us. When we choose truth over myth, we don't destroy the holiday. We deepen it. We shift from a comfortable tale to an honest reflection. And that honesty gives people something real to think about. Where we come from, what we were taught, and what it means to live in harmony with the land, with each other, and with the truth that's been waiting in plain sight the whole time. And so I give thanks to the ancestors, to the land, to the earth, and to this awakening. I also give thanks for the wisdom that grows like the three sisters, for the life that continues even when it's hidden, for the courage to see clearly, and for the chance to give back, share, and live in harmony. Now this is gratitude in action. This is presence. This is giving. It's given. Thanks for listening. Peace within.